And so on a game day, to me, it's no different than being on a road. At times, you get on the bus, you go to shoot around, you watch film, you get back, and depending on the game, you set your schedule. So to me, the game days are the most normal days. The times, I would say, are so different because they're not the same. And they're not the same during the regular season, when you go somewhere and you go somewhere. So I think that part of it is pretty good. The off days are different, in some ways, I think you get a little more work in than you would than normally because you're so close that you can do more film watching. You can walk through a play here and there, which was, normal. I think some of these days you may even do nothing because you don't want your guys to get in the car and drive and do things. So it's after all that, after you leave, like whatever we're about to do, that's when it's not normal. It's not normal to just go to a room, or that's the only thing that's not normal.
What time do you go to sleep after a 9 o'clock start?
Oh gosh. Yeah, I would say between 4 and 5 has been the average with most of our coaches. Yeah, or every coach, I would say.
We'll stay there and go to Cassidy.
Kawhi's been surgical as a word, and we've heard robotic would be a disservice to him. But how would you describe just his method and the guy he is that you're coaching?
I think you did it well. Surgical is a good word, and then robotic is not a good word. But he has a system to what he's doing. He has a belief in what he's doing, and he sticks to it. His ability to, work and get what he needs to get in and know when he's there is amazing. It's rare that you find a guy that just knows his game and knows what he needs to work on, and it's awesome some nights when you see him shooting and you can tell he's way over his number, but in his mind, he's not to the comfort level that he needs to be in, where you watch guys through my career shoot and they're having a tough night and they stop. He's not going to. And it just tells you about who he is.
We'll go to Jared.
Hey, Coach. I understand you obviously want to work towards something greater and continue to build and get better. You made the comment the other day that we're still learning and growing together. With that said, after last night's performance, do you feel like particularly defensively, this is the best you guys have played all year?
Well, it's the most guys we've had on the court all year. So I think we're getting there, Jared. I do, man. I do. And I think everybody is probably going to keep getting better through the playoff process because you just do. But I think our ceiling is so high as how much we're going to keep improving game to game because of, all the things that have happened in the bubble and even during the regular season where we didn't have our guys. So we learn, we grow defensively. Yesterday you could just see how connected we were. All we talked about the day before the game is that we got to be more organized defensively in what we're doing. And we can't have the individual thinking. It's got to be team thinking. And I thought last night was as close to that as we've had so far, but we can get better.
Go to Jovan.
Hey, Doc. After the game last night, PG said that he felt the team came out with a sense of urgency because they were tired of win-loss, kind of some inconsistency and wanted to –
I didn't know I said that.
No,
I must have said it with my eyes, yeah.
But he talked about wanting to have like a dominant stretch of just reeling off a few wins in a row, having a winning streak. How important do you think that is at this point in the season of just having a stretch of dominance like that?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't remember saying that, but if I did, PG. I did. Oh, PG said it. Okay. I'm not worried about anything other than the game we play next. For me, Yvonne, honestly, because I think if you do that right, all the other stuff will take care of itself. I'm not a looker ahead, like if we get dominant and play all this. I just want to win tomorrow. And I want our focus to be singular. And when that happens, you do put them together, So I think for me, I think that's where my focus is.
Go to Miriam.
Hey, Doc. Before this season started, way back last offseason, Lou was doing workouts and sending videos to the guys, and obviously during these playoffs, he's really bought in defensively. What does that sort of say about his appreciation of this moment and this opportunity and his leadership?
Well, I think it says a lot. Guys, especially the older guys, realize they don't have a lot of opportunities, and some of them had zero opportunities. They've been in the league for a long time. So I think that's what it says, that sense of urgency and awareness of where they're at.
Go to Tomer.
Hey, Doc. Last couple of games, or at least last game, you brought Pat off the bench with Lou on that second unit. What have you liked about that lineup, I guess, defensively? Because Lou's also done a great job defensively there.
Yeah, it really has. We just want to – we have our own combinations that we want to have offensively on the floor, and we have some combinations that we want to have or avoid defensively. And so that's what we're trying to do.
You can go ahead.
Hey, Doc. Paul had said last night that he knew coming into the series that the team felt they couldn't give the Nuggets any life, knowing how emotional a first round they went through. I'm wondering how much stock do you put in, or how much you might remind your guys going into this next game that Denver did come back from a 3-1 deficit?
I think they know that. And again, I'm more worried just about us. Like, we just got to come out and play. And you play well and you play hard, good things happen. If you don't, and all that other stuff starts happening, then you're probably not playing hard enough because you're thinking too much. So I just think we need to stay focused on our jobs.
We'll go to Shane.
Hey, Doc. I think yesterday marked 2 months since you all got to the bubble. Does it feel like 2 months to you, or does it feel like it's gone quicker, faster? And what do you have to really tell the guys to, I guess, prepare for the next month that you hope to be there?
Worry about tomorrow. As far as that part, it doesn't feel like 2 months. Now that Dan is here, it's starting to feel a lot longer. But
You said you meant better.
Yeah, better. I'm sorry. No, it doesn't. It's quick. I don't know. It's funny. I would say that's a better question for the players, probably. For coaches, I mean, we're curmudgeons. We do what we do anyway. Our life doesn't change that much. So I don't know. I would say that's probably a better question for them.
Thomas, you can go ahead.
Hey, Coach. I have 2 questions for you. The first one is, I've asked you before, during this bubble run, kind of how your mental health is and how you deal with your players' mental health. So now that you all have family and things of that sort in the bubble, I wanted to get your thoughts on that. And then I also want to get your thoughts on kind of what your message is, with your teams usually for closeout games like you all are kind of headed towards.
Yeah, I don't really talk about it being a closeout game. I can tell you that. I talk about what we need to do in the game to win the game. So that's what's important for me. The mental health, listen, I think it's something that we should talk about all the time, not just in the bubble, but anytime. I think mental health is a major issue in this country, that we just need to keep talking about it openly. Because it should be talked about openly and not having a stigma behind it. So I have no problem with guys expressing it. I see a therapist when I need to see a therapist all the time, and I always have, and I've never had a problem with it.
Sabrina?
Hey, Doc. With all these empty head coaching positions available in the NBA right now, do you get the sense that's something that Sam Cassell is interested in? And have you his name mentioned with any of them?
Sam Cassell should be a head coach, period. You know, he's doing a good job. Unfortunately, that's him talking now, trying to get out. He's got an incredibly high basketball IQ. And I just hope he gets a shot. He's paid every dude that's possible. You know, when they talk about paying dudes, he's paid every dude that is possible. And he's yet to get a job. So I'm hoping that happens.
Thanks, Doc. That's all we have for you today. Have a good
Thanks,
practice.
guys. Thank you.